What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table we have another Game of Thrones, a card game, 2nd edition Gen Con 50 tournament video from the Joust North American Championship 2017. We have Robert playing Stark Fealty against John playing Greyjoy Rains of Castamere. This is another video from the 7th round of the first day of the tournament, the 2nd round of the graduated cut to top 32. Greyjoy player on the left, Stark player on the right. We got Asha, an Iron Islands Fishmonger, another Iron Islands Fishmonger, and looks like Iron Mines set up on the Greyjoy side. On the Stark side, we have a duped Rob Stark Hodor, and that's about it. Now, because in the 7th round of the Swiss, or the 2nd round of the graduated cut, there were some players at the top tables that decided just to, concede or, I think, draw. I don't remember if draws even allowed anymore, but whatever they did, they negotiated not playing their game. There was no reason to. They were going to make the top 16 no matter what, and didn't, I guess, want to waste the energy, go do something else at the con, not show their opponent any of their cards, that kind of thing. So I moved down the table, and I just want to say thanks to Robert and John for letting me film them. I think they were like table number 5 or so. But anyways, appreciate every player who let me film them, but I ran to these guys basically right when they were starting their match to get them filmed, and they were cool enough to let me do it, since I would have basically not had a game for you guys here. But so yeah, shout out to those two guys for being awesome. And we got Greyjoy, you're on Greyjoy in play, is what I'm trying to say. And it looks like Late Summer Feast and Calm of Westeros were the plots of choice. Not sure the Calm of Westeros trigger. I missed that, but no token used there to show it. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was Intrigue. Since you have Robb Stark on the board, you might want to lose a military challenge. But then again, maybe, yeah, Intrigue might be the weakness. Doesn't want to lose a card to the Intrigue claim. I don't think it would be power this early. Could be military, though, still. If without the locations and much economy, you might have trouble getting characters on the board. And that military claim could be the difference in the long run. So we played a location there, I think 4 costs using Fealty. So most likely is Winterfell. Giving +1 strength and basically stopping any shenanigans during a single challenge of his choosing for players not running winter plots. And we got Bran on the board. And we see Euron has a bodyguard hiding under him there. So we have an Intrigue challenge coming in. Winterfell is going to block any triggers, so we're not going to see any Rains. I don't think any force reaction. I don't know if Late Summer Feast gets to trigger or not when Winterfell is canceling.
Sorry, force reaction, draw your card.
Yeah, force reactions go, I'm pretty sure, because they're triggered by the game. So he does get the card. And then very good on John for reminding the force reaction to be triggered there to give his opponent the option to draw a card before grabbing claim. So he obviously did not choose claim reduction with Calm of Westeros, and most likely is military. And the pillage just gets a Nightmares off the top of the deck.
He's currently at 3, is that correct? He's currently at 3, yes.
So it looks like challenges to the Stark player. Doesn't feel any reason to go for power since there's no power to claim. And if claim was reduced from Calm of Westeros on military, doesn't feel there's a point to do that. And he's just going to play defensively here. So a power challenge of 8 strength with Robb Stark and Bran Stark. And no defenders, stealing the only power the Greyjoy player has there on his house card. So nice 3 power gain there by Robert, the Stark player. And remember, since Bran is on the board, Hodor is able to attack on an unopposed military, which will kill an Iron Islands Fishmonger. And dominance goes to the Greyjoys. So we're at 2 power on the Greyjoy side, 4 power on the Stark side. So Robert, the Stark player's got to watch out for the Greyjoy We Do Not Sow flying in on an unopposed challenge to hit that Harrenhal, knocking it to the discard pile and stealing it with Euron. So I'm sure that anytime Euron's in a challenge, we might see Harrenhal go down to block any triggers from happening. But if a previous unopposed challenge gets through, that Winterfell won't be there. So we got Noble Cause into Here to Serve, so looking to grab a Maester on the Stark side and reduce the cost of a Lord or Lady on the Greyjoy side by 2. So I assume he's grabbing Lewin to give the extra bumps in abilities to Bran and Robb Stark. And yep, it is Maester Lewin. Yeah, so Robb Stark gains insight. Jon Snow would get stealth. Bran Stark gains immune to opponent's plot effects. And Rickon would gain pillage. I don't think we'll see Jon Snow or Rickon Stark. Maybe Jon Snow. But most likely it's just to give Robb his insight to get some draw flooding in there. And to make Bran immune to plot effects. So he would be safe, I think, from the Targ Burn plot and from Valor. And from First Snow. All good things to be immune against, I guess. Alright, we got Victarion alongside Euron and Asha already on the Greyjoy side. Quite the board of characters already. And it looks like the Greyjoy player is going first this time. Or going first again, I believe. Yeah, first again. And he's going to sit on 3 gold. Over to the Stark player, who will collect 3 gold for his marshalling. And no economy locations yet. All he really has is Fealty to help him on economy right now. And only on loyal cards, obviously. And he gets a great haul in there. Looks like they get a cheap unique. Maybe Arya Stark here for 3. No, it's Sansa from the core box with a dupe. Nelt coming into play. When she stands, she'll gain a power for the Stark player. And that's going to be it for the Stark player. No fealty usage there. So we got Victarion and Asha coming out of military. And Hodor is going to get the stealth.
Military for 9.
Yeah, it looks like Robb Stark's going to go in on the block. Most likely have someone killed and stand everybody. And who would he kill? So no reactions. Claim is going to be Hodor. And Robb Stark's ability goes off, standing everybody. Which I think includes Sansa. And should get a power from that. I'm pretty sure he stands everyone, but not just himself, but Lewin goes down on the Intimidate. Yeah, Robb Stark's reaction after a Stark character you control is sacrificed or killed. Stand each character you control, limit it once per round. It's weird that he didn't stand Sansa there. But I believe Sansa's ability is only once per round. I mean, still, you might want to use her in a challenge. It looks like he just fully defended a power challenge with Rob Stark. Getting her down. Should get insight, though, from winning with Lewin being there. But I think Robert forgot the insight there. And now we got the intrigue coming in. Winterfell triggering to block any triggers. And Fast Eddie grabbed on the claim. That's a hard hit. And we got a bodyguard coming off on the pillage. So over to the Stark player for his challenges. And we got Bran Stark coming in on a power. And 2 to 3 it looks like. Blocked by the Priest of the Drowned God. And it looks like Dominance going to the Greyjoys. And Sansa will get a power on the stand. Well, Sansa will get a power for her faction on the stand is what I should say. And we got a march to the wall into counting coppers. Really looking to get rid of Bran Stark so he can play a We Do Not Sow. I know that feeling.
Alright, I'll trigger. I can draw 3 first.
So first player is the Stark player, Robert. He's choosing to draw cards first, of course. The smart thing to do before you march somebody.
And our march.
And Bran is going to get the march. And an Iron Islands Fishmonger on the other side. And they'll go to draw. Stark player is going to get 2 gold, has Fealty and a Great Hall to work with here on the marshalling. And all 3 copies of Rob Stark have been seen now, thrown out there to help protect him. And Lewin gets a dupe. So the Stark player very protected from a Valor here. And we've already seen March played on the Greyjoy side just now, so I mean, he doesn't even need to really worry about playing Shuds and going too wide. Not sure if he's playing Valor himself or Wildfire or any type of reset. I'm not sure. Haven't seen much Stark lately on the channel to commentate on, so seems like a pretty standard Stark Fealty deck so far. From days of old. And Bran's back, of course.
And I will sit on a gold.
Saving a gold on the Stark side over to the Greyjoy player for marshalling. He's got 5 gold with his plot in Rose Road there and a Great Hall. Not sure who that is. 2 strength. We got another Priest of the Drowned God there. 2 and a military. I think it's Wexpike. Yeah, it's Wexpike there. The first character that was marshaled.
Just running out of body space.
Damn Gen Con gaming hall lighting. So Stark player for his challenges here. Bidding what to do. Quite a wide board on the other side. Just got to be careful not to throw too much into challenges here on the offense and then just let the Greyjoy player hit him back really hard. Might want to just sit back and play defensively here with that kind of board across the table. But then again, since you're still staring at Victorion and Asha and you're going to have Stealth and Intimidate hitting you, maybe he doesn't care and just uses the characters on offense. Maybe he can get something to kneel across the board. Maybe gets through some unopposed challenges of his own first. Slow the Greyjoy player down a bit. And he's not going to do anything like I thought. And he passes over to Greyjoy player John here to do his challenges. Now he has to work his way through the Stark characters there. And we got that Victarion and Asha pair coming in here. Oh, and a Priest of the Drowned God. Most likely a power challenge. Yeah, it's going to be a power challenge to start. Stealthing past Rob Stark using Asha. Leaving just the smaller characters, but remember they're all +1 from Winterfell right now. So Nightmares on Victarion, taking away the Intimidate. And his Renown, so he's not going to be able to get that second power he needs to save him if a Valor comes up next turn. But we do have Iron Mines on the board. So Intimidate on Sansa Stark, looks like. Taking away one of the Intrigue options away from the Stark player. And now we got an Intrigue coming here with Euron. And we're going to see the standard Winterfell going down to help protect from the Rains triggers. And Lewin's going to go in and block the unopposed. And Claim is a Jon Snow. And Renown on Euron. And we got the Pillage, of course, still goes off. Grabs a Jane Poole, I believe that is, or Jane Westerling, or whatever the hell she's called. But no trigger even possible from Euron anyway, even if it was a location. And Dominus goes to the Stark player. And he's going to get one for Sansa.
Standing, I'll trigger Sansa.
So 7 power on the Stark side. And it looks like we've got 8 on the Greyjoy side. So both players staying pretty even here, slowly going up. Who's going to be the first to pop a reset? Not sure if the Stark player is playing one. Like I said before, I'm very curious. He's got the dupes to definitely protect against Valors, but I don't know if he's playing a Valor to be offensive. We most likely know the Greyjoy player is. And he is hiding a bodyguard under Euron there. I'm not sure if he's doing it on purpose, but it's not good to be completely hiding attachments under characters. But he does have an Iron Mines also there for a save. But he plays Rise of the Kraken into Ghost of Harrenhal, which is a great counter to Valor. So maybe Robert is not running Valor in the Stark deck. Or maybe not even Wildfire. But he's playing Ghosts. So we do see Hodor come back. And an Iron Islands Fishmonger on the other side. Asha gets a dupe. Desperately what the Greyjoy player wants to see. Wants to get some dupes out there. Some more saves to help even out the post-Valor board there. And he sees an Ironfleet Scout. He's going to save 3. Over the Stark player for his marshalling. He's going to get 2 gold. Has his fealty and his Harrenhal here. So we got the Great Hall Knelt. Going to have a unique played here. Which unique? Obviously a cheap one. Only using Great Hall for the 1. It's a 3-cost unique. And it's Arya. Arya Stark, triggering ability, getting a face-down card as a duplicate, which gives her a military icon. And another dupe on Arya. Just more Valor protection here. And also protection from the 2 claim across the board. I think we have an intrigue here with Euron for 6 strength. Since we just saw Winterfell knelt again, which seems to be the standard play here for Robert. Trying to stop shenanigans like Rains on the intrigue challenge. And we got Maester Lewin blocking the unopposed for 2. And he's going to claim 2, though. Winter is coming into summer. Of course, we get Renown on Euron, and Pillage is a copy of Sansa.
There are locations in this deck, I swear.
I'm sure. Come in for power.
And we got a big power challenge here with Victirion, Asha, and 2 Priests of the Drowned God. And stealthing out Rob Stark.
8, 12, 17.
So Priests of the Drowned God are each 4 strength right now. That's what I think I just heard there, and because he's got 2 of them. So that's going to help him kneel whoever he wants here on the Intimidate. Bran blocks the unopposed. Rob Stark will go down. Yeah, of course he's going to pass, not do the military. He doesn't want Rob Stark to just stand everyone back up. Greyjoy player sitting at 12 power right now. Stark player is only at 5. And we got a military coming in with Hodor. And he's debating using Wex Pike here on the defense. Block the unopposed. He can only buff Wex Pike up to 4 using the Iron Fleece Scout. So he's going to go unopposed on that. And Claim is a fishmonger that we saw brought back in with Ghost of Harrenhal. Or not. Maybe he wants to save it for economy next round. Nope, he is going to kill it. We got Sansa coming in on a 3 strength intrigue. And now we'll see Wex Pike jump in front of that. And he's going to get buffed from the Iron Fleece Scout to fully block it with 4. And we're going to see Arya come in here on a power challenge. Stealthing Euron. Going unopposed, taking a power away from the Greyjoy player. And Dominus goes to the Greyjoy player for having that 3 gold save there on top of his deck. So Sansa gets triggered. Putting the Stark player at 9. And the Greyjoy player is back to 12. So 12 to 9 in favor of Greyjoy here. And we got counting coppers into political disaster. So they're going to each pick 2 locations and discard the rest. Sure, Robert tried to hold it off as long as he could so the Greyjoy player could flood out locations on the board, but he's only going to get 2. Stark player choosing whether to go first here since they tied on initiative and he has less power. And the Greyjoy player has chosen to go first.
I'm going to trigger the counting.
Oh, okay, sure.
Counting is going to be triggered first, so 3 cards will be drawn for the Greyjoy player. He's going to save the Iron Mines in a Rose Road and pitch the Iron Fleet Scout in a Great Hall. And obviously political disaster not hitting the Stark player at all since he only had 2 locations in play. And let's see what the Greyjoy player marshals. He's got a dupe, 2 dupes for Euron Crow's Eye. Dupe for Victirion. Oh man. Got an Iron Fleet Scout back in play.
In front of me, people are asking me questions. Wildfire Assault. I've got 4 characters. One of them has a Joust. Choose the other 3.
That'll be it. $3 up.
Before it dies, I react with the Merlin King, the crazy one, returns to your hand.
So over to the Stark player for marshalling.
You can now use the Joust to stop the returning to hand.
Third copy of Maester Lewin. And another great haul here on the Stark side.
He can't be saved, but he's going to do that. That's changed to he's returning to hand. And now there's a new
We got Fealty Nelt here. 2 great hauls. 1 gold. We got
guy was arguing with me.
4 costs Catelyn Stark in play. Who's going to help prevent range triggers and then leave Winterfell for being used on another challenge, I'm sure. Unless she gets stealth. And we got a Winterfell Steward put into play. So I think the Stark player has gone empty-handed here. He is just looking to try to stop this Greyjoy player from winning. Threw it all on the board.
No.
Looks like we're going to see a
If it was in a game that
big
cards
power
were
challenge maybe here.
I'd be sure, but I don't think
Yeah, big power challenge here with Victarion, Asha, and a 4-strength Priest of the Drowned God.
How much?
it sounds right.
4, 8, 13.
Sounds like 13 strength coming in. And Mistui stealth there.
Trying to decide whether I'm going to use Winterfell or not. Just give me 2 minutes.
He's going to figure out, Robert's just deciding whether he wants to kneel Winterfell here to stop any shenanigans. He may want to stop the Iron Fleet Scout from triggering.
Winterfell you have.
And he is. He's going to stop it.
13, you said, right?
13, yes.
6, 9, 10, 11,
I think he's stealth Catelyn Stark.
10, 11.
Closing
3, 14.
So we got a defensive 14 here. Thanks to Winterfell giving a +1 on all of them. Rob Stark's going to get renowned. And he remembers the insight here with Lewin. He's going to get that needed card.
Alright. Intrigue.
And we got an intrigue challenge with Euron Crow's Eye.
Well, can I read his text?
Yep.
Oh, he doesn't have any gold. So,
Nope.
so that doesn't take effect, right? So I can still block with
You
that.
can oppose him, yes.
So I think he's done intrigue here with Euron and Wex Pike. Catelyn's going to jump in, block the unopposed.
Claim.
One card in hand.
Claim is going to be a Arya's Gift.
Village.
We got Renown on Euron.
Hey, that's a thing.
But
It still triggers that effect. It's,
But not triggers the pillage, but not
oh,
the
you're right.
reaction.
yeah, so he tried to seal it there with Euron's triggered reaction, but Catelyn's in the challenge blocking that. So no great haul stolen.
Go ahead.
And over to the Stark player. So what's the Greyjoy player at here? He's got 7 + 6, 13. Stark player is sitting at, he's got 7 on the plot +3, is sitting at 10.
I think what I need to do, let's see here.
No cards in hand though.
5, 7 power.
We have 7 strength power challenge here, coming in with Hodor and the Winterfell Steward. No defenders. It's going to get unopposing claim. Nice.
And I wish I had Jon Snow on the board. We will.
If he did have Jon Snow on the board, he'd be able to sack a Stark character and stand with Robb Stark and really punish the Greyjoy player here. Maybe even close it out. But dominance goes to the Greyjoy player, I believe. And Sansa Stark will gain a power on the Stark side. So 13 power on the Greyjoy side. And we're at 13 power on the Stark side. So we are at a tie game here. Wow. This game could go either way here based on initiative even. And we got Clash of Kings played. 9 initiative plot. Stark player is going to go first. Makes sense. Greyjoy player not going first. The Iron Fleet Scout's only worth 1. Clash of King, or sorry, Confiscation is going to remove a bodyguard that was hiding under Euron there. The only attachment in play. Which doesn't really matter at this point, I guess, with Euron having 2 dupes on him. But let's see what the Stark player can do here. Can he close it out? Using Catelyn's ability, Winterfell's ability to basically make nothing happen here for the Greyjoy player to do any tricks like Iron Fleet Scouts. It's got Arya that has stealth. They all have +1 from Winterfell. It's got the renown on Robb Stark. He can draw another Winter is coming. If he drew one and used it, he could raise the claim on his power challenge. Not to mention the ability from Clash of Kings, getting him an extra power on the power challenge. But he could close it out here on a power challenge. He just has to win a power challenge. That's really all he has to do, I believe. But since he doesn't have a Winter plot, actually, he won't be able to trigger that plot if he triggers Winterfell. So he's not going to do that, I'm sure. And he put Jory Cassell in play there, who can save a Stark character. And I think if there's a Winter plot, he can give it power, I believe, but that's not the case here. Looks like marshalling some for the Greyjoy player. Putting a copy of Aaron Dampere, the 6-cost version, into play. And now Robert, the Stark player, is counting power strength across the board to see if he can get a power challenge through. I believe he would stealth Euron is the target for Arya's stealth. An Insane Nightmares played there for the Greyjoy player to prevent Arya from having stealth.
Yep, fucked up. Last turn. Cost myself the game.
We're going to power.
You got it.
Everybody's stepping.
So power all in, stealthing Euron. Sean knows it's done. He screwed up, he said, last round. I think he should have put the second Priest of Drown God in, I think he was saying. But either way, congrats to Robert. Turning it around there. Big comeback. That was a wicked game. And I look forward to seeing these guys, hopefully in the top 16. You'll catch their videos coming up. Like I said, I filmed 3 from each round for the top 16 and top 8. So those are coming up on the channel. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified when those go live. Thank you to everyone who supports us on patreon.com/Rob's Gaming Table. You can donate to by clicking the link in the description below to help us go to Worlds and try to get more tournament videos for you guys. But either way, stay tuned. Lots of Thrones coming up from Gen Con and some more local tournament videos coming up, I'm sure. So thanks a lot for being here. See you in the next video.